I've been tackling my kitchen makeover for the last 5 months, and this week I'm going to be installing IKEA kitchen drawers into my existing cabinet. Now, I know it sounds weird, like why would you want to do that? Well, I've built a ton of drawers and it is so much easier to use pre-existing drawers, and IKEA sells a great solution. And even if your cabinet is not the exact same size as the IKEA ones, you can still do this. I have built a ton of drawers for this kitchen. This time I'm going to be retrofitting IKEA drawers into this very scary cupboard. You definitely need the organization. So the first thing I'm going to be doing is installing a fake wall. So this is going to go in between the two cabinets. So I have 2 columns of drawers. To secure this board into my cabinets, I need to add a ton of pocket holes. So I added probably more than necessary, but it's gonna be also attached from both sides of this fake wall. And I put the pocket holes on the bottom, the back, and the top of this wall. After emptying out this cabinet, I attached the faux wall and I used a level to just make sure it was really straight and plumb because I don't want any of my drawers to feel like they're crooked. Then I went ahead and attached it all with pocket holes. And you can see that is a lot of pocket screws. I just need to make sure that this is going to be strong enough to hold up 6 drawers, 3 on this side, 3 on this side. So just gonna, okay, I think it's pretty good. I think it'll hold up. All right, so my son is homesick with me, so I was like, DIY lesson for you. We're gonna make these IKEA drawers that are gonna go into the cabinet. For this, I'm using the IKEA section drawers. These are the drawers meant for the kitchen, and I'm also using a conversion kit. So I'll link everything below. But just in terms of measuring for your cabinet, you want to get the drawers that are going to be just slightly smaller than your existing cabinet. And you can compare the sizes on the IKEA website. So as an example, my cabinet is bigger than the IKEA cabinet, but that's okay because I can just add spacers to account for the differences. So I thought this was going to work, but then when I installed the drawer, it's like the tiniest. Like it just won't go, like once it goes in, the only way to pull it out is if you like half close the drawer. It's quite annoying. So I think that I'm gonna turn this into a pull-out drawer, which I think actually will be a better function in the end. I think the best solution to this cupboard is a pull-out hinge. So I got this little kit from IKEA that you can use to convert like your door to attach to the IKEA drawer. And I think actually that's gonna be a lot better function than having a door that opens and then sliding the drawer up, because then at least you get one drawer out. So I removed the door and used that conversion kit to attach the drawer to the door. We won't be needing these hinges anymore, so I got rid of them. And then I just followed the instructions. And the first time I made this, I actually made a mistake because my doors are not the exact same size as the IKEA doors. My doors are actually a little bit bigger. So make sure that you account for any differences that you might have. No, I didn't take into account that this could be a different size than the IKEA drawer front. Oh, how big is this? It should be exactly 18. So here's what's going on. I actually completely forgot to check the size of my door. So the size of my door is actually 5/16 smaller than the IKEA door. So a little bit smaller, but just enough so that when I use the template, now this is not gonna fit. Like there's just no way for it to fit. So I'm just trying to figure out what I can do is either put the drawer front back on and then just nail it into that other IKEA drawer front, or I could try moving them over 3/16 each, which is like so small and I might make a mistake anyways. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's really tight. I don't know if it's gonna go in. Oh, okay. I think I got it. It was really tight, but I think it's in. It's in. Come on. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Hey. Hey. I honestly didn't think that was gonna work. That's actually really good. It slides really nicely. Like I'll have to switch this handle here, but that's bomb. That is so good. And of course, the second one was a lot smoother. Ready to see how cool this is? Okay, so we've got one, right? We've got two. Now all I have to do is install the drawers. I have this really handy light up level and I feel like it just makes every project so much easier because it turns green when your line is level, so you're not trying to stare at a tiny bubble. So I drew a line to mark where my drawer slides would go so that they would be straight, and I did that on the side of the cabinet, but also this is why I needed that faux wall. So I'm attaching one drawer slide to the cabinet and one to the faux wall. How satisfying is this? Now the only thing is that the gap between these is kind of small, so I have these handles and I think I'll just like attach them like this, and then it just gives us something to grip. It's still gonna sit behind the door and then perfect. So I added one handle right here. I'm gonna add another one. I think that this is like really good for the functionality of this because it's just a bit easier than, you know, just having a handle is a bit easier. And these are the old ones I had. That's really good. So in this case, my screw is too long and I don't want to go get more screws. So you can just put washers in the back. Of course you can go get a shorter one too. I don't want to right now. I just want to get this done with. On this side, I actually need to put a spacer, and so I just cut down some scrap wood that I had in my garage. The reason for the spacer is because this is just sitting slightly behind this. This metal thing was a bit thick, so I need to put a spacer here to account for the difference so that the drawer can slide out. And also because I have the space for it. So I'm gonna screw this into the wall first, and then it's just gonna go right on top. Oh! Alexa, pause. Alexa, pause. So the screws that I had used to put this onto they just weren't long enough, so it just fell right off. So maybe we can use some longer screws. I'm attaching these handles on the inside just to make it a lot easier to pull the drawer out. I mean, you could definitely do this, but having a handle is nice, and I had these left over because I removed them. So I am going to be using my jig. The only thing is that you have to make sure you adjust it beforehand. So this actually shows you where the holes should be. So like you match up this, and then you have to set the width, sorry, the height and the width as well, so it's perfectly centered. And then this screw just goes on the inside, and then you just turn it. Like, it should be pretty easy to turn. You can just tighten it up a bit too at the end. I love how much organization this adds to our kitchen. This is so much faster than me trying to build my own drawers. And the IKEA section drawers, I feel like they're actually really good quality. I've used them in other places in my kitchen as well. And now all I have to do is just organize my kitchen.